welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack Sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjacks! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium, and we have a doozy for you tonight. It is a big Central Idaho League matchup with the Orofino Maniacs and the St. Mary's Lumberjacks. The winner of this game tonight will be your league champions, and they will get to host all of their district tournament games. So it's a big game here this evening. A lot on the line. The crowd is filing in, and it's going to be like a championship. Well, it is a championship game. So it's going to be a fun one here tonight in St. Mary's. It is also senior night, and we've got the very special guest tonight to do the senior night introductions and the starting lineups, and that is Luke Rose will be on the mic once again. It's been a while since we've had him on the mic for a senior night. They were able to talk him into coming out of retirement, and we have him mic'd up and connected to our system as well for those introductions. So it ought to be really fun for that here tonight as well. JV game is underway. JV boys lead the visiting Maniacs by a score of 44-40 with 3:22 to go in the fourth period. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip off after a word from our Lumberjack sponsors.
Nothing comes easy. Every day, every dollar, every decision. So your finances should work just as hard as you do. With a free Ascend checking account from P1FCU, you can earn real rewards for the work you're already doing. No gimmicks, just better banking. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. When you think of Potlatch-Deltic, you might think logs or lumber. When I think about Potlatch-Deltic, I think of family, community, compassion. You see, Potlatch-Deltic is more than some company in St. Mary's. Potlatch-Deltic is a community supporter in more ways than one. Whether it's donating to a fundraiser or nonprofit group, or giving a high schooler a summer job that could very well turn into a career, Potlatch-Deltic is there for our community. We, for one, want to thank Potlatch-Deltic for what they do and hope that you will also. Potlatch-Deltic, proud supporters of, well, St. Mary's.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Idaho. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, well, well. Are you in need of a reputable, experienced, and knowledgeable well drilling and pump company? Look no further than Interstate Drilling and Pump. Interstate Drilling and Pump drills new wells, deepens existing wells, installs and repairs pumps, and does well testing both for water quality and gallons per minute. Interstate Drilling and Pump has 24 plus years of experience and serves from Moscow to Rathdrum and the Silver Valley. Well, what are you waiting for? Get on their schedule today. That's Interstate Drilling and Pump, 208-245-5101. 208-245-5101, Interstate Drilling and Pump.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Tim Parrish here, Lumberjack Gymnasium. It is senior night as your Lumberjack boys get set to host the Orofino Maniacs in the Central Idaho League Championship game. And again, the winner of this game will be the league champion and will get to host their district tournament games. So they will be the ones that get to have everything come through their home gymnasium for that chance to go to the state tournament. The state tournament this year for the Central Idaho League, we will get 2 seeds directly through to the state tournament. And state tournament for that is March 5th through the 7th, I believe. Lumberjack boys have one more game after tonight for regular season. They will travel to Bonners Ferry on Thursday. And then league or district play starts next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I believe, is the schedule for that. Well, I've got it right here. So Wednesday, Monday, actually. So Monday, Wednesday, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday is district tournament time for Lumberjack boys next week. So there's that information to you now that I've gotten that squared away. I've got to make an adjustment on something here. Let's see. There we go. Should be better. Okay. So now let's take a look at those Central Idaho League standings. So the Orofino Maniacs and the Lumberjacks right now are technically tied for first place in league play, with both of them having 6-1 league records. The Maniacs have a 16-3 overall record. St. Mary's with a 15-3 overall record. Orofino lost at Lapway 69-45 on the 14th. And the Maniacs will play here tonight, and then they will be awaiting district tournament time. The Maniacs are 5th in the Idaho Sports Power rankings and 3rd in the Max Preps rankings currently. St. Mary's, they beat Grangeville 76-48 on the 14th. They will be at Bonners Ferry on Thursday, and they are 4th in the Idaho Sports rankings, 2nd in the Max Preps rankings. The Kellogg Wildcats, 4-3 in league play, 10-9 overall. They lost to St. Mary's in a tight ball game, 56-54 back on the 12th. And they will be at Priest River tonight. They are 13th in both the Max Preps and the Idaho Sports Power rankings. Priest River 1-6 in league play, 5-11 overall. They lost to 57-49 to Timberlake on the 12th. They host Kellogg tonight, like we said. They are 18th in the Idaho Sports ranking, 19th in the Max Preps rankings. Grangeville, who I believe is knocked out of the district tournament, they are 1-7 in league, 4-16 overall. They lost to St. Mary's 76-48 on Saturday. I believe they are done and getting ready for baseball season. That is another thing I wanted to let you notice of. The 3 and 4 seeds. So the 3 seed is Kellogg in the district tournament. The 4 seed should be Priest River. Whoever wins tonight will host Priest River on Monday. And whoever loses tonight, it's not going to change the fact that that team will be the number 2 seed. So that team will host Kellogg on Monday. So St. Mary's will either host Priest River or host Kellogg. And of course, we're hoping to be hosting Priest River. That is a look at the Central Idaho League standings, a little bit more clarification on that district tournament schedule. We'll be back.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter.
because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
That it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires. That's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linger. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing since 1952.
It's in Park, right?
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack Sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
If you want the best, you hire the best. Top Grade Roofing and Construction has over 25 years of experience and is licensed and insured. Top Grade Roofing and Construction can and will build just about anything. Need a deck? They can do it. Need siding? Yep. How about a fence? Of course. I mean, Top Grade Roofing and Construction might even build you a chicken coop if you ask. That's Top Grade Roofing and Construction. Call Vince for a free consultation at 208-269-3111. That's 208-269-3111. Top Grade Roofing and Construction. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Hugh and Margie Gannon of St. Mary's are proud to support the Lumberjacks and this Lumberjack Sports broadcast. The Gannons want to wish the Lumberjacks the best of luck this sports season and want you to know that they are proud of you. The Gannons say, "Go Lumberjacks!"
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking. Tim Parrish back here. We are here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. JV game just finishes, and the Lumberjack JV boys get the 55-47 win over the Orofino Maniacs. And now we've got a massive crowd down there of senior night parents because it is for senior night. It is not wrestling, cheerleading, and also basketball. So I'm thinking we're going to do something different. We're going to take you to the floor for senior night introductions.
Lumberjack seniors. As I state your name, I ask that you go out to the center of the floor and meet your parents, please. So our first senior is Ambria Pomeranke. Ambria is the daughter of Angela and Ryan Pomeranke. She has been cheering for 4 years. After high school, Ambria plans to attend Lewis and Clark State College and study nursing. Her activities in school include cheer and BPA. Ambria's most memorable moment was finding out that the team was going to state in all of their routines for her senior year. Ambria would like to thank her family, her amazing teammates, Coach Cloud, Coach Jackie, and Coach Kaylee, Caitlin Turner, and Anna Mueller. Ladies and gentlemen, Ambria Pomeranke. Our next senior is Jack Barda. Jack is the son of Devin Skinner and Alex Barda. He has been playing basketball for 6 years. After high school, Jack plans to attend Gonzaga University and study engineering. His activities in school include football, basketball, ASB, and BPA. Jack's most memorable moment was the trip down to state his freshman year. Jack would like to thank his parents and grandparents, his sister, Joey, and all his teammates, Coach Chase, Coach Don, Coach AJ, Coach Shep, Coach Randy, Coach Taryn, Hammy, Mark, and Shelly for everything they do, his fellow seniors, Brock, Isaiah, JJ, and Xavier, his friends for their support, and his girlfriend, Camden. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Barda. Our next senior is Kaylee Jensen. Kaylee is the daughter of Katie and Adam Jensen. She's been cheering for 1 year. After high school, Katie plans to move back to Washington for cosmetology school and hopes to open her own salon one day. Her activities in school include cheer. Kaylee's most memorable moment was winning grand champs at the Lakeland competition this year and going to dinner the night before districts. Kaylee would like to thank Ambria for inviting her to join the team, her family, coaches, and team supporting her and pushing her to do her best. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaylee Jensen. Our next senior is Santiago Prenzado. Santiago is hosted by Doug and Nancy McKelvey. He's been playing basketball for 1 year, and after high school, Santiago plans to return to Italy to finish his study courses. He will then attend university to earn a degree in informatics and international cybersecurity and cyber intelligence. His activities in school include football, basketball, track and field, and BPA. Santiago's most memorable moment was his three-pointer against Kendrick. Santiago would like to thank his host family that made this all possible, his teammates, the coaches, and all his friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Santiago Prenzado. Our next senior is JJ Yearout. JJ is the son of Nick and Jessica Bowler. He's been playing basketball for 13 years and just got the hang of it this year. After high school, JJ plans to play college basketball and earn a degree in engineering while also obtaining a welder's certification. His activities in school include track and field and basketball. JJ's most memorable moment was the baseline jam versus Kellogg and scoring his 1,000th point. JJ would like to thank his mom and Nick, grandpa and grandma, Nanny and Papa, Grandma Joyce, Auntie Katie, Uncle Ray, and the boys, Raven, Mia, Conway, and Paisley, Kaysen, Allison, Charlie, and Devin Skinner, Jake and the Sextons, coaches, teammates, Cooper Mueller, Michelle Davenport, Brandon Taylor, Mark and Shelley, Gary Dawson, Tony Pfeiffer, and all the kids that give him high fives, Donnie and Lynn Masterson, and all the Booster Club, and Lane and Bree, and Tim Parrish. Hey, did you know someone would have to read this, JJ? Coffee Radio, Brad Brady, and the Church Ballers, Mr. Hammond, and all the refs for putting up with them, and everyone that supports them, ladies and gentlemen, JJ Yearout. Our next senior is Xavier Sloper. Xavier is the son of Jamie and Brent Sloper and has been playing basketball for 11 years. After high school, Xavier plans on going to college and continue playing basketball and pursue a degree in physical therapy. His activities in school include basketball, golf, BPA, and dual credit classes. Xavier's most memorable moment was the hotel room freshman year at State with Jack, Trace, and Tyler. Xavier would like to thank his mom for everything she does, grandparents, Danica, Glover, his cousins, Coach Chase for everything he has done for him and the team. Don, AJ, Randy, Taryn, Shep and his teammates, Becky, Mark, and Shelley, the group chat, Kyrie, and anyone else you may have forgotten. Ladies and gentlemen, Xavier Sloper. Our next senior is Cassia Ensign. She is the daughter of Carissa and Eric Vore. She's been cheering for 3 years. After high school, Cassia plans to attend the best educational institute in the state, Boise State University, majoring in psychology and gaining a certificate in child development. Her activities in school include ASB president, leadership, BPA, NIC courses, distinguished young women's soccer, and track and field. Cassia's most memorable moment was getting stuck in Riggins, Idaho on the way to Cheer State during her freshman year. She would like to thank her parents, Teton, Conrad, Cruz, Gerard, her future roomie, Talon, Coach Shannon, and Jackie, fellow teammates, seniors, and ASB members, and other friends, and extended family, and everyone in between who has shaped her into the person she is today. Ladies and gentlemen, Cassia Ensign. Our next senior is Isaiah Gustav. Isaiah is the son of Alicia and Ron Gasegnick. He's been playing for 10 years. After high school, Isaiah plans to attend college to compete in track while pursuing a degree in physical therapy. His activities in school include track, basketball, football, and BPA. Isaiah's most memorable moment was going to state his freshman year with such a great group to look up to and showing Orofino what it is during senior night. Isaiah would like to thank his family, friends, Mark and Shelley, coaches, and his teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, Isaiah Gustav. Our next senior is Kendra Nicholson. Her guardians are Catherine and Michael Rivera. She has been cheering for 4 years. After high school, Kendra plans to attend LCSC to continue cheerleading and study radiology. Her school activities include cheerleading, softball, and BPA. Kendra's most memorable moment was the cheer team being able to go to basketball state her freshman year. Kendra would like to thank her coaches and teachers for always pushing her in everything, her sister for being her mom in every given situation, her brother-in-law for being the dad next to her, even in tough situations, her brother Easton for supporting her and being her best friend, Maya for always keeping her head level, and she would like to thank all her teammates and anyone else she has forgot to mention. Finally, she would like to thank God for his grace and guidance for the last 4 years of her high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Kendra Nelson. And our final senior is Brock Barda. Brock is the son of Devin Skinner and Alex Barda and has been playing basketball for 6 years. After high school, Brock plans to attend Gonzaga University and earn a degree in engineering. I know of a roommate and a study partner, maybe. His activities in school include football, basketball, ASB, and BPA. Brock's most memorable moment was downtown Boise, a sophomore year at state, and playing Madden with Taryn. Brock would like to thank his mom, his dad, Charlie, Nicole, his grandparents, Jolie, Lincoln, Jack, Coach Chase, Don, Randy, AJ, Shep, Hammy, Christy, Mark, Shelley, and his teammates, all his boys, and Angela, and lastly, Rex. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Brock Barda and the rest of our Lumberjack seniors.
And we want to thank Luke Rose, the Admiral Luke Rose, for providing us with the and that part of the senior announcements. He's still got to do the starting lineups here at the beginning of the game. But we figured, hey, we've got the microphone on him. We might as well take advantage of it. It takes one thing off our plate for reading off all the seniors in the game broadcast. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off after this.
Sometimes accidents happen. You never thought it would happen to you, but it did. Where can you turn for that friendly hand of support? Jack's Pharmacy is your good neighbor pharmacy in St. Mary's, where you'll find personalized care. Whether you need crutches, supports, wheelchairs, or even a hospital bed, Jack's is here for you. We service both Medicare and Medicaid. If you need durable medical equipment, come to Jack's, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawasha, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
For all of your area high school sports schedules, updates, and recaps, including Lakeside, Kootenai, and of course, St. Mary's High School, pick up your copy of the St. Mary's Gazette Record every Wednesday. Not only will they have game recaps and highlights for area high school sports action, but local news and information. St. Mary's Gazette Record, pick up a copy today. The name says it all. Taco About It. What is it, you may ask? It's the best taco truck in town. Might even be the only taco truck in town. If you like tacos, and who doesn't, then you need to stop by Taco About It, located at 128 South Highway 3 in St. Mary's, across the street from XXX Feeds. Taco About It has too many tacos to list, so you will just have to try them all. Call in your order 208-582-8533, or just stop by. Taco About It, located across the street from XXX Feeds in St. Mary's. When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjacks. Tim Parrish here at the Lumberjack Gymnasium. It is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip-off in a all-important league matchup here tonight. The Lumberjacks hosting the Orofino Maniacs in the league championship. Boy, it's going to be a fun one. Hopefully St. Mary's can come out on top, of course. We have the ability to be homers. This is our sole team we broadcast for. So, but this is a very tough Orofino Maniac squad. Let's take a quick look at the polls and power rankings. Idaho Sports Power Rankings, top 5. It is Wendell, New Plymouth, West Jefferson, St. Mary's, and Orofino. That's the top 5 power rankings for what Orofino or for what Idaho Sports feels. Over to the coaches poll. This is where the coaches poll figure the top 5 is. Wendell, Orofino, St. Mary's, West Jefferson, and Firth tied for 4th. And the Max Preps rankings. This is how they rank or seed the state tournament. So this is how the top 5 would be seeded right now if they all made it into the state tournament. And that would be Wendell would be the number 1 seed. St. Mary's would be the number 2 seed. Orofino would be number 3. West Jefferson number 4. And Ryrie would be number 5. Of course, we won't know. So depending on what happens tonight, Orofino could switch it back up with St. Mary's. If St. Mary's can get the win, Orofino might stay right there. They might drop a little bit. We don't know, of course. And then there's the other teams in there that might have things happen as well. So it's going to be an interesting week to see what happens before we get into district play with those Max Preps rankings. But that is the power rankings, the coaches poll, and the Max Preps rankings. We'll take a break, come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip off live from Lumberjack Gymnasium. It's the Lumberjacks and the Maniacs getting set to do battle.
If you know which side of a saw cuts wood, and if you can hammer a nail, you can do it yourself. Carpentry, construction, finishing, or framing, around here, you've got it made. You've got 10th Street Lumber. At 10th Street Lumber, we have the answers to your building and repair project questions. Every day, 10th Street Lumber helps homeowners get quality results. For lumber, block, power tools, fixtures, everything you need for a professional job. Don't pick up a nail until you shop 10th Street Lumber. 10th Street Lumber on the corner of 10th and Railroad Avenue in St. Mary's.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
Fall is coming, and of course, cold weather. Now's the time to stock up on a few things. XXX Feeds has Legetic wood pellets in stock, and it's never too early to be ready for the cold weather. XXX Feeds also has alfalfa in stock as well as straw. And if you have some four-legged woodland friends that look a little hungry, XXX Feeds can keep you loaded up on deer feed and deer blocks. Don't wait until the last minute. Stop by XXX Feeds in St. Mary's today.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Idaho so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
St. Joe Oil isn't just a fuel delivery company. They provide a much larger service than most people realize. St. Joe Oil can sell you a brand new Toyo oil stove and install it for you, and also keep your oil tank full. Not only that, St. Joe Oil plays a very critical role in our local industries. From logging to farming, St. Joe Oil keeps the fuel tanks full. From heating oil to off-road diesel and everything in between, call St. Joe Oil, 208-245-2123. That's 208-245-2123. St. Joe Oil.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Both teams, of course, out warming up. St. Mary's on the far end in their green warm-up shirts that say Chasing the Winds on the front. Orofino in their blue warm-ups with their blue striped pants. Warming up here on the near side. 11 and a half minutes until this Central Idaho League game gets underway. And it is the Central Idaho League Championship for league champions. And one of these teams will be the number 1 seed. One of them will be the number 2 seed at the district tournament. Taking a look at the area high school sports, district wrestling girls, they are on Thursday. They will be at Moscow Junior High at 11 a.m. We want to wish the Lumberjack girl wrestlers good luck at their district tournament. The boys district wrestling is going to be on Saturday here at St. Mary's High School Gymnasium. That'll be at 10 a.m. We're trying to maybe figure out something a little special to do for that. Cheerleaders, they had their district champion or district tournament, I guess you could say, a little while back. This last weekend, they placed second in sideline, second in palm routine, and first in show. They have qualified for the state tournament in all 3 of their categories. So congratulations to the cheerleaders, and good luck at the state cheerleading tournament on February the 28th in Idaho Falls. The Lakeside Knights, their boys are 6-0 in league play, 18-2 overall. They've been finished for a little while now. They won't play again until the 24th. They will play the winner of Wallace and Clark Fork at 7 p.m. at NIC, and that'll be for the district championship. The winner will be to the state tournament. Their girls team, 4-0 in league play, 11-11 overall on their season. They will be playing Prairie at state February the 19th at 2 p.m. The Kootenai boys, 2-1 in league play, 3-11 overall. They are at Kootenai Classical Academy in Post Falls tonight. The Kootenai girls, 2-0 in league, 7-8 overall. They will play Salmon River at state on February the 19th at noon, and we want to wish them good luck as well. Want to make note and congratulate not only Coach Chase as being selected as the coach for the All-Star team, All-Star game, but also J.J. Yearout, who is selected to the All-Star team as well. I don't remember when that is. I think it's March 21st at NIC in Coeur d'Alene, I do believe. So make note of that. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with more after this.
Whistle Stop Coffee and More has come a long way from the little shop on Railroad Avenue. How far? Not only did they upgrade their Railroad Avenue location, they added a second location. That second location for Whistle Stop Coffee and More is on 313 St. Joe River Road. Both locations offer tasty drinks of coffee, Red Bull, or Lotus Energy, and food options, from acai bowls to cookies and delicious bagel sandwiches. Whistle Stop Coffee and More is the perfect stop for a quick bite and a drink on your way to work or school. Whistle Stop Coffee and More in St. Mary's. There's a new shop on Main Street in St. Mary's. It's a gift shop. It's a home decor shop. It's a jewelry shop. It's a shop of bare necessities. Bare Necessities Trading Company is located at 822 Main Avenue in St. Mary's and has just about anything you could think of. From rocks and minerals to specialty foods, knives, and handcrafted soaps and lotions, there really is too much to list. So stop by Bare Necessities Trading Company today and pick up a gift, something new for your house, or a cup of coffee. That's Bare Necessities Trading Company, located at 822 Main Avenue in St. Mary's.
Bundle up for big savings at the Country Fair in St. Mary's. It's the Winter Blowout Sale. Get 50% off winter fashion, select clearance items up to 75% off, and Christmas items marked down 75%. Cold weather styles, hot deals, and limited quantities. So don't wait. Shop local and save big at the Country Fair, Main Street, St. Mary's. When it's gone, it's gone. When you gotta go, make sure you're good to go with St. Joe Potty Huts. From construction sites to community events, weddings to weekend gatherings, St. Joe Potty Huts keeps it clean, convenient, and odor-free. Local, dependable, and fast. Your restroom solution is just a call away at 208-245-4887. For clean units, quick delivery, and service you can count on, choose St. Joe Potty Huts, serving St. Mary's and the St. Joe Valley. Call 208-245-4887 and keep your event running smoothly. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium, just over 6 minutes left, as this is the Paulat's #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip off your Lumberjack boys hosting the Orofino Maniacs for senior night. And it's going to be a battle here on Lumberjack Gymnasium floor. Taking a look at the Lumberjacks statistically so far this year, St. Mary's averaging 64 points per game, allowing just 48 points per game to their opponents. The Lumberjacks shooting 44% from the field, while their opponents are shooting 37%. St. Mary's from three-point range is 31%. Their opponents are 29%. Free throw shooting, pretty even, 63% for the Lumberjacks, 62% for their opponents. Rebounds, St. Mary's averaging 35 per game. Their opponents 26. Assists per game, 13 for St. Mary's, 5 for their opponents. And I think the steals is around 10 or 11 for St. Mary's per game. And I think 5 or so for their opponents. Leading in scoring for St. Mary's this season is J.J. Yearout. He's averaging 21 points per game. He's also averaging 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. He leads the team with rebounds. He has 152 rebounds, 72 assists, and 51 steals on the season. He has scored 76 points off of turnovers. Second leading scorer, which is really tight there. We got a lot of guys close to 10 points per game. Isaiah Gustav averaging 10. Landon Ribrick averaging 9. Jack Barta averaging 6. Xavier Sloper averaging 9. And some other stats there of note. 39 steals on the season for Jack Barta with 47 assists. Landon Ribrick leads the team in blocked shots with 25. And Xavier leads the team in charges taken with 8. He also has 28 assists to go along with that. Last time these two teams played, it was an ugly night for St. Mary's shooting from three-point range mostly. St. Mary's was 22% from three-point range. The Maniacs were 38%. Orofino was 9 of 24 in total. They were only 2 of 11 at the end of the first half. They were 7 of 13 in the second half, and that really hurt St. Mary's. Lumberjacks finished that game 5 of 23 from three-point range. Fairly uncharacteristic for the Lumberjacks, but they really have not shot that well from three-point range on the road. Lumberjacks also struggled from the charity stripe. They were only 56% from the free throw line. Orofino was 86%. Another spot where St. Mary's could have made up some points on Orofino, where Orofino beat St. Mary's only by 6, 53-47, was on the offensive second chance opportunities. St. Mary's out-rebound Orofino 15-5 on the offensive boards. But if I recall correctly, there was not very many of those second chance opportunities that St. Mary's was able to get in. I think there was a couple times they had 3 opportunities, and they never did complete that second or third chance opportunity. So those are all things to look at here tonight and see how St. Mary's takes care of that. On the turnover side of things, Orofino had 11. St. Mary's just with 6, and St. Mary's did win the points off turnover. St. Mary's had 8, Orofino with 2. JJ led the team in scoring that night. He had 17 points with 9 rebounds. Now we'll take a quick look at the Maniacs. They are coached by Rocky Barlow, 16-3 on the season, 6-1 in league play. They average 55 points per game, 44 points per game allowed to their opponents. They are 9-0 at home, 7-3 on the road. And just a quick look, they are 2-25 versus the Lumberjacks. In that last game, Blake Barlow scored 16. Jake Rooney scored 14. Hudson Snyder had 9. Nick Bonner had 7. Landon Connolly had 4 off the bench. Quentin Naranjo had 3. That is the name of the game for Orofino. They may not be a really solid offensive team, but they have a very, very stout defense, and they make things difficult on the offenses that they play against. So it kind of levels that playing field. and it showed when St. Mary's played in Orofino. So St. Mary's has to come up with a way to overcome the Orofino defense tonight in order to get somewhat of an advantage over the Maniacs. The only advantage right now pregame is the fact that St. Mary's has the home court advantage. So that is one benefit for the Lumberjacks, but that is not everything. It's going to be a tough battle tonight, and it's going to be a fun one here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. So hopefully you've been able to make it out, or hopefully you are here at the game. But if not, of course, we will provide all the action for you right here on KOFE 1240 AM, also on the NFHS network camera, and on our YouTube audio stream. We're going to keep it here because they're going to have the national anthem and the starting lineup. So we're going to just keep it here through all of that. And then we will get right into the game action as Coach Chase is down there talking to his starters. And let me see, who do we got starting? It is our 5 seniors. We do have a 6th senior technically, but he is not starting tonight. And that is our exchange student, Santiago Prinzato, or Little Italy as he's known. I actually heard Coach Bechtel call him San Diego the other day, so I think he's got a couple of different nicknames for the year. I'm going to be curious to see, hopefully we'll get the band to play the national anthem tonight, not have the generic national anthem that we normally have. We're going to take you to the floor for right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to St. Mary's High School Gymnasium for this winner-take-all CIO matchup between the visiting Maniacs of Orofino High School and your St. Mary's Lumberjacks. Before the introductions, we ask that you rise if you can and please remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Maniacs from Orofino High School. Starting for the Maniacs, number 0, Jack Runia. Number 1, Nick Bonner. Number 5, Landon Connolly. Number 11, Blake Barlow. And number 34, Quentin Naranjo. And ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce our senior starting lineup, I just want to say the Lumberjacks are coached by a man that had every excuse to take a year off, but he didn't, because he loves the sport, he loves these players, and he loves the Lumberjack community. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our coach, Brian Chase. And now, the starters. Our first senior is simply known as the good-looking Barda. Hold on. Let's go in the right order when I announce you. Get back. Get back. Get back. We'll try this again. Wait till I say your name. Our first senior is simply known as the good-looking Barda. He heats up faster than a microwave and provides on-demand instant offense. He's number 11, Brock Barda. Our next senior likes to jump the gun and may not be as good looking as our first senior, but this young man is a natural born leader. He is our floor general and has more steals than a New York pickpocket. Number 3, Jack Barda. Our next senior takes more charges than a credit card machine and just might have a career as a crash test dummy. He's more likable than chocolate ice cream. X marks the spot for number 32, Xavier Sloper. This senior leads the team in dumps and is the newest member of the St. Mary's Lumberjack 1,000-point club. And with a little work, he just might become the second best athlete in his family. He is number 4, JJ Yira. Our final senior is one of the fastest athletes in the state of Idaho. He's so fast he can turn off his bedroom lights and be in bed before it gets dark. He is number 5, Isaiah Gustav.
And that is the starting lineups provided to you by Luke Rose. As we get ready to get this game underway, the starters at midcourt with head coach Brian Chase. Lumberjacks in their white and green, and the Maniacs in their blue with black numbers. JJ Yearout will be in the midcourt circle. He'll be jumping against Nick Bonner. As we get set to get this all-important Central Idaho League matchup underway here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. We want to take a quick moment to remind everybody to thank all of our broadcast sponsors. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do in providing you with coverage and live action of the Lumberjacks when you can't make it to those games. Got a little conference going with some of the officials and one of the players that looks like maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on exactly. Getting a thumbs up for the scores table, though. Looks like we're about ready to get things rolling. Rest check with each other. Steps to the midcourt circle. The opening tip is up. It'll be controlled by St. Mary's. Sloper out to Yearout. Back over to Barda. Barda will bring it across the timeline. It is Jack Barda in control of it. Swings it to Sloper. Back to Barda. Going to look to the left right corner to Brock. Back to Jack. Back over. Nope. Going cross court to Sloper. Right side. Looks like a zone defense for the Maniacs. Yearout has it, right side, drives baseline, kicks it to Sloper in the corner. Sloper with the 3, back iron, no good. Rebound to the Maniacs. Naranjo controls it for Orofino. He's working right side, hands it off. It's a little pump fake from the 11 of Barlow. Now they have it on the left side, back to the top of the key. That's going to be poked away by Yearout. Year Out leads the team in steals once again, as we let you know a little while ago. Maniacs inbound it. Top of the key into the free throw line. Swing it to the right side. Back into the hands of Bonner. Gonna get a pull-up jumper from Naranjo. Won't go. Ball tipped around. Gustav with the board. Lumberjacks quickly down the floor. Top of the key to Brock Barta. Brock back over to Jack. Again, the Maniacs extending their defense out a little bit. Over to Brock in the short corner. Left side. He's going to drive to the into the paint. Shot is up. Partially blocked. Rebound to the Maniacs. Orofino will bring it back the other way. Hudson Snyder controls it. He was not in the lineup for the starters. They listed different starters, and he subs in right away, I guess. And Connolly is in there as well. I mean, he was actually a starter. Driving right side, kicking the ball back into the lane. Shot is up and good by the Maniacs. First bucket up by Orofino. Connolly with the quick two. Going to have Brock Barta pulling up for a three on the opposite end. It's air ball, misses everything. Orofino with the rebound. Naranjo controls it. Right side, free throw line. Kicks it back to the top of the key. Driving the lane. Shot going to be stripped out, but also a foul called. Jack Barta picks up the first foul for the Lumberjacks. It is a on the floor foul, so it will not result in shots. And okay, Brock Barta comes out. St. Mary's goes to their 6-7 post with Ribrick in there. Hudson Snyder to the free throw line. Gets covered up by Jack Barta. Back out to Naranjo. Shot clock at 30. Gonna get it off to Snyder. Snyder pull-up jumper short. Gustav with another rebound for the Lumberjacks. JJ Year Out tests the waters of the top of the key. Back out to Gustav. Gustav up and around the defense. Shot won't go for him. Rebound for Orofino. St. Mary's 0 for 3 so far. Pull-up jumper. No good for the Maniacs. Jack Barta rebound. Jack takes it the other way. Gonna get it out to Isaiah. Back to JJ. JJ, little pump fake right wing. Now he looks to drive. Gets around the defense. Lays it up and good. First tie of the ball game. Orofino led by 2. It is 2 apiece. Orofino bringing it down. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt by St. Mary's. Three-pointer on the way from the corner. It's off the mark. Rebound goes to Barta. Barta with a pass down the floor. It says Gustav barely able to get a hold of it, but I think Gustav must have stepped on the out-of-bounds line. So a turnover, St. Mary. Sloper's going to come out for a breather. Checking in for Xavier is Jackson Harold, the junior. Orofino bringing it up the court. Schneider with it. Little skip pass right side. Pass to Barlow. Down to the corner. Back to Barlow. No, that's not Barlow. That is Snyder now. Barlow to Naranjo. Back over to the corner, right side. Back to the top of the key. Orofino working it around the perimeter. St. Mary's looks to be in their 2-3 zone. They've got 10 on the shot clock. Naranjo has it. He's going to take the deep 3. It's off the mark. JJ Year Out with the rebound. JJ brings it across. Going to look into a all-alone Ribrick. Too much on the shot. Rebound to the Maniacs. Both teams trying to find their groove. Blake Barlow has it. Swings it over to the wing, left side, Snyder. Snyder pulls up for the 3. Oh, that's an air ball, and JJ tries to go up for the rebound. I think he took his eyes off of it for a second and deflects out of bounds off of him. So Orofino gets the offensive rebound. 20 on the shot clock for Orofino. Into Barlow. Barlow at the free throw line. Back to Snyder. Snyder spins into the lane. Little step back jumper. Won't go. Year Out pulls down the board. Gets over to Harold. Harold, left wing, back to JJ. JJ for the deep 3. He's off the mark. Rebound to Orofino. Still 2-2. Upper halfway through the first period. Driving, little layup, up and good as it bounces in. That is by Blake Barlow. They reclaim the lead, 4-2. Marcus Speakman set to check in for the Lumberjacks. Harold to JJ. Both teams filling each other out defensively. Year out, kicks it over to Harold. Back to Jack. Jack Barta, top of the key. Works left, looks into Year out. Year out flips it out to Rib. Rib's shot won't go. Gustav pulls down the offensive board. Gonna kick it across to Harold, into Rib. Rib spins off the defense. His shot won't go again. And Rib starting off a little bit rough. Rebound to the Maniacs. 4-2, St. Mary's trails. Naranjo kicks it out to the corner. 3 ball on the way. It's up and good for the Maniacs. And that was Hudson Snyder. And Coach Chase wants a timeout. It's a full timeout. 5-point lead for Orofino. 7-2 as they lead the Lumberjacks. We'll be back.
Nothing comes easy. Every day, every dollar, every decision. So your finances should work just as hard as you do. With a free Ascend checking account from P1FCU, you can earn real rewards for the work you're already doing. No gimmicks, just better banking. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
And we are back after the timeout. St. Mary's trails 7-2. Slow start for the Lumberjack offense. Jack Barta goes out. Brock Barta checks in. Year out has it, brings it across. Swings it over to Harold, back to JJ. JJ works right side, all the way underneath, lays it up and in. 7-4, Lumberjacks trail. Jake Runia getting ready to check in for the Maniacs. Orofino bringing it across the timeline. Harold guarding Bonner. Hands off to Naranjo. Naranjo keeps it all the way down to the free throw extended. Gonna get a nice little move in, but the shot missed by the Maniacs. Rebound to Rib. Gets it ahead to Year out. Year out into the lane. Spins. Nice little jump shot. And back hit off the heel. No good. Rebound goes to the Maniacs. Nice move by Year out. I got to see who's not in. Isaiah, I think, is not in. 3-point shot up and no good by Orofino. Rebound Year out. Orofino does like to shoot a lot of threes, so if St. Mary's can keep them cold from the perimeter, that benefits St. Mary's. Pump fake by Year out, into the lane, gets it over to Speakman. Speakman, nice move. Shot up and good by Marcus. 7-6, Lumberjacks trail by 1. Bonner brings it down, gets it over to Snyder. Snyder a little behind the back, over to Naranjo from the corner. 3-pointer is in and out. Harold with the rebound. JJ Year out. Brings it across the midcourt line. Looks over to Coach Chase for the play. Orofino extending their defense out a little bit. Looks to be in a 3-2 zone. Back over to Harold. Now to Barta. Barta to Year out. Year out triggers the deep 3. It's up and good. Harold with the assist, and we now have our first lead change of the contest. Lumberjacks lead is 1. Orofino is going to try to answer back with their own 3. It's left short. Offensive board for Orofino. They'll reset. Going to swing it to the corner, right wing. 3-pointer up and good by Snyder. And another lead change as the Maniacs reclaim the 1-point advantage. 10-9. Barta to Harold. St. Mary's plays for the final shot of the quarter. This game was tied up at 2 apiece with under 4 to play. Now it's 10-9. JJ trying to penetrate a couple of defenders, and it looks like we're going to get a foul against Orofino. Quentin Naranjo will pick up the first foul for the Maniacs. Harold comes out. JJ gets a breather. Sloper and Isaiah check in. Lumberjacks inbound baseline. Oh, that pass is a bad one by Barta. Orofino steals it away. Orofino has the ball. 3-point shot away. They're going to knock it down at the buzzer. That was Nick Bonner. And Orofino has hit 3 3-pointers. It's 13-9 after one. Orofino on top. We'll be back.
When you think of PotlatchDeltic, you might think logs or lumber. When I think about PotlatchDeltic, I think of family, community, compassion. You see, PotlatchDeltic is more than some company in St. Mary's. PotlatchDeltic is a community supporter in more ways than one. Whether it's donating to a fundraiser or nonprofit group, or giving a high schooler a summer job that could very well turn into a career, PotlatchDeltic is there for our community. We, for one, want to thank PotlatchDeltic for what they do and hope that you will also. PotlatchDeltic, proud supporters of, well, St. Mary's.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Idaho. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
And we're back. Orofino will look to get another bucket here on the start of the second quarter as they get the first possession. See who's in for St. Mary's. I think it's the same guys. Shot clock did not. No, I don't think the shot clock was reset to a full 35. I don't know. They stopped real quick. Now they're ready to go. Orofino has it in. Barlow controls it right side. Kicks the ball back out. Short corner. Jumper by Connolly. No good. Orofino with a rebound, but a travel by the Maniacs. So St. Mary's will inbound baseline. Maniacs again looking to be in a 3-2 zone. Coach Chase giving his signal for the play. Lumberjacks let that ball roll all the way to the midcourt line before Brock Barta picks it up. Gonna have to Gustav, back to Brock. Over to Isaiah. Isaiah back to Brock. They're covering up the post inside pretty good. Back to Gustav. Gustav to Sloper. Sloper, quick jumper. Won't fall in. You're out with the putbacks. Can't get him to go. And I forgot You're out was in there. Couple of putback misses by Yearout. Orofino with the rebound. Maniacs have it. Naranjo into the lane. Skips it to Connolly. Connolly gets Ribrick up off his feet, and it'll be a foul on the floor. Brock Barta comes out. Jack Barta checks back in. Orofino to inbound baseline. They're going to look to the right wing. They have it up to Runia. Runia tries to get into the lane. Gets stood up by the defense. Back to Naranjo. He's going to cross across the free throw line. Snyder. He has the ball stripped away, but he's going to go call for the travel beforehand as he drags his pivot, I guess. Sloper reaches in there and strips the ball out of his hand as he's getting ready to go up. Jack Barta will control it for the Lumberjacks. He sets up points of direct traffic, so to speak. He picks up his dribble, right wing, skips to Sloper. Sloper hands it off to Yearout. Yearout gonna look into Rib. Rib with a shot off the glass. JJ with the assist. 13-11, St. Mary's trails. A little bit of backcourt pressure from St. Mary's. Going to get it to Naranjo. Naranjo for three. It's going to be off the mark. Offensive rebound for Orofino. They tried to put back. It's no good as it's blocked by Rib. Rebound tracked down by Sloper. Yearout. Sloper to Barta. Barta back to Sloper, right wing. Sloper drives. Kicks it back out to Yearout. Yearout pump fake. Gonna go looking. Can't find anywhere to go. Finds Gustav. His shot's no good, but Isaiah is fouled, and Isaiah will go to the free throw line. That foul goes against Bonner. Isaiah, 53% from the free throw line. Makes the first. Checking in for the Maniacs is Snyder. Going out is Morano. Isaiah, a chance to tie it up here for the second time. Second free throw is going to rattle around and fall through. 13 all with 5:54 to go in the half. Lumberjacks with that backcourt pressure. Orofino trying to advance it across the midcourt line. They do. They have it to Brunia. Three-pointer on the way. Off the mark. JJ with the rebound. JJ to Isaiah. Isaiah lays it up and in. Third lead change. 15-13, St. Mary's Legion. Orofino swings it left side. Back to the right. Then it's thought about a three. Did Brunia. Kicks it over. Little short jumper. No good. Rebound to Euro. Lumberjacks take it the other way. Euro between the circles. Then flip it over to Barta. Barta over to Sloper. Sloper to Euro. Euro looking to Rib. The ball gets deflected. It comes off of a Maniac's head right back into Rib's hands, and he's able to put it up and in. And the Maniacs take a timeout as St. Mary's has stretched it to a 4-point advantage. It's a 30-second timeout. That was lucky for the Lumberjacks, unlucky for Orofino on that pass. It got bopped around a little bit, bounced off of the Maniac's head, and right back into Rib's arms, and left him wide open. Going to be some substitutions here when Lumberjacks come back out. St. Mary's gets a steal. Ball is on the ground. St. Mary's comes up with it, or we get a jump ball. The ball will stay with St. Mary's. I didn't see who got the steal on this end. Harold. Okay, got my lineup correct. Lumberjacks will inbound. Barta has it. Brings it across the timeline. He's directing traffic offensively. Barta then look into the right side. Gets it to Speakman. Speakman into the lane. Nice little move by Speakman. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound to Orofino. They're going to get it to the 11 of Barlow. He'll bring it across. Barlow has the ear out on him. He's going to take it into the lane, kicks it out. Hudson Snyder has it on the perimeter. He's going to try to drive. Looks into Connolly. Ball knocked away. St. Mary Orofino able to hold on to it. And Rooney is going to have it come off of his foot out of bounds. Turnover on Orofino. (17-13), Lumberjacks lead Orofino. Jack Barta has it for the Lumberjacks. He's directing traffic. Takes it across the timeline on the right side. He's going to swing it over to Harold. Harold to Speakman. Speakman going to get clear out corner. Cross court to Barta. Barta to Gustav. Gustav, his shot won't go. Speakman with the rebound. Speakman gets mugged. No foul. I guess we're going to call it a block. Maybe it was a blocked shot. The ball's going to end up out of bounds off of St. Mary's. Crowd thought Steekman got fouled. Didn't get the benefit of the call. Orofino has it. Naranjo back over to Snyder. Snyder triggers the three. It's no good. Rebound to Orofino. Foul on Harold. Oh, no, it's not on Harold. The foul is on Orofino. Goes on Barlow. I thought Barlow had possession. And the foul was going to go against St. Mary's, but it did not. I think the only sub made was Sloper. No, Ribrick's back in as well. I'll get that fixed up here in a minute. Gustav has it. Back to Harold. Harold swings over to Jack Barta. JJ got a breather. St. Mary's has it. They're running out of time on the shot clock. Out to Harold. Over to Barta. Barta for three. Knocks it down. Jackson Harold with the assist. St. Mary's stretches it to a 7-point advantage. Largest lead St. Mary's has had. Maniacs skip it in. Short corner jump. Not really short corner jumper. Just down on the blocks. They're going to make it. Nick Bonner knocks it in. 20-15. St. Mary's leads. Over to Gustav. Gustav left side. Kicks it over to Barta. Barta gets another look at three. Oh, it's going to rattle around and fall through. That one looked like it was going to pop out, and it took another kiss off the backboard and fell through the rim. 23-15 Lumberjacks. There's going to be a foul on St. Mary's. Isaiah picks up the foul. Jackson Harold goes out. JJ comes back in. Maniacs have it, top of the key. Backing up is Bonner. He's going to give it to Naranjo on the run. Naranjo skips it into the lane. Shot is up and good by Runia. I'm not sure what the official is saying there. Regardless, St. Mary's will bring it down. Lumberjacks lead 23-17, 6-point advantage for the Jacks. Gustav in the corner, right side. Now swings it around to Year out left wing. Back to Jack. Jack for three, knocks it down. Right wing, Year out with the assist. 26-17, St. Mary's up to a 9-point advantage. Orofino to the free throw line. Backs it back out. It's Snyder. He's going to skip it to Naranjo. Top of the shot. Rebound to the Maniacs. Shot again, no good. Rebound blocked by Isaiah. Rebound to Barta, I think. And a foul on the other end on Orofino. That foul goes against Barlow. That is his second foul. Connolly will check in for the Maniacs. As Barlow takes a breather. St. Mary's will inbound baseline. 1:10 on the clock. Sloper around to Gustav in the corner. Now looking to Ribrick. Good fastball movement. Shot is up and good for Ribrick. Barta with the assist. Lumberjacks stretching to an 11-point advantage. Orofino has it. Right side. Rooney at the top of the key. Snyder thought about a three, didn't take it. Back out to Bonner, now to Snyder again. He's going to step around the defense. Shot is up, no good. Year out. Pulls down the rebound. They're going to find a Sloper up ahead. And I'm not sure who with the assist on that one. I'm going to give it to JJ. 17, it's a 13-point advantage for the Lumberjacks. 30-17 over the Maniacs. Hudson Snyder has it. He's going to drive. Ball is loose. Lumberjacks almost come away with it. Going to get it down inside. Shot up and good by Bonner. Lumberjacks quickly to the way. Out to Year out. Year out. Head fake. Steps to the free throw line. Kicks it out. Corner three from Ribrick. It's up and good. JJ with the assist, and that's how the half comes to an end. The Lumberjacks lead 33-19 over the Maniacs here on this championship night. We'll take a break and come back with the stats.
Well. Are you in need of a reputable, experienced, and knowledgeable well drilling and pump company? Look no further than Interstate Drilling and Pump. Interstate Drilling and Pump drills new wells, deepens existing wells, installs and repairs pumps, and does well testing both for water quality and gallons per minute. Interstate Drilling and Pump has 24 plus years of experience and serves from Moscow to Rathdrum and the Silver Valley. Well, what are you waiting for? Get on their schedule today. That's Interstate Drilling and Pump, 208-245-5101. 208-245-5101, Interstate Drilling and Pump.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience,
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires. That's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linker. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing since 1952.
It's in Park, right?
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack Sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
If you want the best, you hire the best. Top Grade Roofing and Construction has over 25 years of experience and is licensed and insured. Top Grade Roofing and Construction can and will build just about anything. Need a deck? They can do it. Need siding? Yep. How about a fence? Of course. I mean, Top Grade Roofing and Construction might even build you a chicken coop if you ask. That's Top Grade Roofing and Construction. Call Vince for a free consultation at 208-269-3111. That's 208-269-3111. Top Grade Roofing and Construction.
Tim Parrish here, Lumberjack Gymnasium. It is halftime. St. Mary's with a 14-6 second quarter, giving them a 33-19 advantage as they go into halftime. And Lumberjacks need to, of course, hold on to that momentum into the second half. We'll see what Orofino makes adjustments-wise coming out in the second half. But St. Mary's went on a nice little run there to give themselves the lead before halftime. Let's see, field goal percentage from two-point range. St. Mary's at 42%. Orofino shot 31%. Three-point percentage, 63% for St. Mary's, 25% for the Maniacs. Orofino was 3 of 12 from downtown. St. Mary's was 5 of 8 from three-point range. A little bit of a shift as from when St. Mary's played in Orofino for the three-point shooting. But Orofino did get hot in the second half when we played them up in Orofino from three-point range. So you got to take that into account. That's almost the same stat that Orofino had when we played them in Orofino at the end of the first half. Free throw percentage, the Maniacs have not been to the charity stripe. St. Mary's has only been once, and Isaiah Gustav was 2 for 2 for 100% from the charity stripe. St. Mary's just barely out-rebounded Orofino 18-16. Orofino done better on the offensive board, 6-4. St. Mary's better on the defensive boards, 14-10. Again, fouls fairly clean, 3 for St. Mary's, 4 for Orofino. The Lumberjacks only had 2 turnovers in that first half. Orofino with only 4. Orofino had 3 points off of St. Mary's turnovers, and the Maniacs had 2 points. Or St. Mary's had 2 points off of the Maniacs in turnovers. Points off the bench, St. Mary's with 11, Orofino with 6. Individually for the Maniacs, leading in scoring, Nick Bonner was 7 points. 6 points off the bench for Hudson Snyder. 2 points for Blake Barlow. 2 points for Landon Connolly, and 2 points for Jake Arunia. And that is all the scoring for the Maniacs. For St. Mary's so far, we've got Jack Barta leads with 9 points. He is 3 for 3 from 3-point range. Then you've got then you've got Ribrick with 9 points, and Year Out with 7. 2 points apiece for Sloper and for Speakman. Year Out, close to a double-double, 7 points, 8 rebounds, and he's got 6 assists already. So JJ could look at maybe a triple-triple here on senior night. All he needs is 3 more points, 4 more assists, and 8 rebounds. So that's something to look forward to possibly happening. And that's really about it stats-wise. Steals, wow, St. Mary's hasn't actually they did record 1 steal in the first half. I did not see who it was, and I forgot to mark it down. Orofino only with 1 steal as well. St. Mary's with 2 blocks, Orofino with a block shot. So that's the first half numbers. St. Mary's needs to continue doing what they did towards the end of that second period and to see if they can hold on to the momentum for the rest of the game. Orofino's got to come out and see if they can figure out a way to switch momentum into their favor in the second half. But St. Mary's with a 33-19 advantage over the Maniacs here at the league championship game. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the second half after this.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Hugh and Margie Gannon of St. Mary's are proud to support the Lumberjacks and this Lumberjack Sports broadcast. The Gannons want to wish the Lumberjacks the best of luck this sports season and want you to know that they are proud of you. The Gannons say, "Go Lumberjacks!"
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings, but it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Jack Buell Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Buell Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Buell Trucking.
Sometimes accidents happen. You never thought it would happen to you, but it did. Where can you turn for that friendly hand of support? Jack's Pharmacy is your good neighbor pharmacy in St. Mary's, where you'll find personalized care. Whether you need crutches, supports, wheelchairs, or even a hospital bed, Jack's is here for you. We service both Medicare and Medicaid. If you need durable medical equipment, come to Jack's, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
And we are back. Second half getting ready to get underway. It looks like Orofino will have the first possession to start the second half. Lumberjacks are down in the paints down there. A little team huddle before the fourth quarter gets ready to start. one of the couple maniacs were still shooting. JJ caught a rebound and tossed it back towards the bench. As the maniac players really should have been huddled up with the rest of their team there. But anyways, Orofino will start with the possession. Runia will inbound it for Orofino. The seniors back on for St. Mary's to start the second half. Orofino has it. Going to have a foul against Runia. Offensive foul to get things started for Orofino. So not what the start for the Maniacs want to get things going in the second half. St. Mary's with the ball. Barta brings it across, swings over to Brock Barta. Brock fake pass in. Now kicks it back over to Jack. Jack, left side, back to the right side. Looking into Sloper. Orofino playing good defense. Going to get a three-pointer on the way. It's up and good by Brock Barta from the right side. Because of Xavier Sloper giving him the assist. Lumberjacks stretch it out to a 17-point advantage. Orofino looking to skip it into the lane. Back to the top, Naranjo working around the horn. Back to the corner, left side to Runia. Runia is going to try to drive. Trying to get free of Gustav. Can't. Cross-court pass. Back into the short corner. That ball's tipped around. Going to get a foul call. Isaiah got a little bit of arm there on that deflection. Landon Ribrick going to check in. Isaiah going to come out. That is Isaiah's second foul. Orofino triggers it in. Top of the key. Three-point shot on the way. Back of the iron. No good. Offensive rebound for Orofino. They'll reset their offense. Left wing. That is, I believe, Snyder. Swings it over to Farlow. Then swing it, get it down into the lane again. Cross court, three-pointer from the right side. That one is no good. Sloper with the rebound. Lumberjacks will go the other way. Jack Barta has it. Kicks it, or Brock Barta back to Jack. Now to Rib. Rib looking into Sloper. Sloper goes up. Oh, the shot's a little short, but he is fouled. That'll send Xavier Sloper to the free throw line. The foul goes against Connell. That's Connolly's first foul. Sends Sloper to the free throw line. Xavier, 67% on the season from the free throw line. First free throw's up and good. $18-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Second free throw, back iron, no good. Rebound to Orofino. Bringing it down to the Maniacs is Naranjo. Naranjo works it right. Kicks it off. That's to Runia. Runia has the ball taken away by Barta. Lumberjacks get a steal. JJ to Jack to Brock. Brock into the lane. Didn't get the shot stripped away. We're going to call it a steal. And a foul going the other way. That'll go against JJ. That'll be his first, team second. Free throw shots coming. First time the charity stripe for Orofino. And it'll be Nick Bonner, who did not shoot free throws when we played him in Orofino, so I'm not sure how he did there. First free throw is up and good, though, for Bonner. First bucket of the second half for Orofino. Brock Barta comes out. Jackson Harold checks in. Second free throw up. That one is short. Rebound to Orofino. Putback is up and good by Connolly. Orofino ends up with a three-point play right there with the offensive board. St. Mary's has it. 37-22. We get a foul against Orofino. That'll be Connolly's second foul. Third team foul on Orofino. Lumberjacks limb out from in front of their bench. JJ Yearout will trigger it in. Looking to his sloper here, left short corner. He's going to spin around the defender. Shot's going to roll over the top of the rim and fall in for Sloper. Back to a 17-point advantage, 39-22. Bring it down is Bonner. Bonner's going to try to drive it all the way in. Spin, shot is blocked. Rebound goes to Sloper. St. Mary's, though, with a turnover on the other end. Didn't see who turned it over. I think Sloper tried to save it back in. It might have really been a turnover against him since he was the last one to touch it, but it wasn't him that threw it out of bounds. Shot up by Orofino, no good. Rebound to Harold. 39-22. Looking to Sloper, short corner left side. Now to Rib, out to Harold. Harold right wing. He's going to get it up to Jack. Jack signaling the offense. Left corner to Harold. Harold, pull-up jumper. Oh, it's in and out by Harold. Rebound to Orofino. Good look by Harold. 39-22, driving the lanes, the Maniacs, kicking it back out. 3 on the way. It is up and good by Runia, his first 3 of the game. Lumberjacks can't let Orofino get fired up from outside. That's where they're, I think, the most dangerous. Jack Barta takes it right. Picks up his dribble, looking for an outlet, goes to Harold. Harold back to Jack, now to JJ. You're out up top between the circles. Works his way left side. Looking into Sloper. Foul against Orofino. That one goes against Naranjo. Landon Rubrick goes out for a breather. Speakman checks in. Second foul on Naranjo. 14th foul for Orofino. So St. Mary's would like to get that 5th foul. And that ball is going to be deflected partially or came off of Sloper hard. He tries to save it back into the hands of Orofino. Turnover St. Mary's. Bonner has it up top. Hands it off. Swings it around to the right side into Runia. Back to the top, Connolly. Now into the hands of Barlow. He triggers the 3. No good. Year out with the rebound. Year out. Gonna drive. Kicks it out, but a foul called before the kick out. It's the 5th foul, so St. Mary's is now shooting. Isaiah checks in for Xavier. No, Xavier is actually still out. JJ is going to shoot a couple of free throws first. Got Xavier, not Xavier, Jack and Brock and Isaiah getting ready to check in. Oh, long on the free throw from Year out for the first one. Second free throw from JJ up and good. 40-25. Lumberjacks lead is 15. Hudson Snyder has it. Swings over to Bonner. Looking back over to the wing to Snyder. A little bit too much on the pass. It'll be a turnover on Orofino. 3:35 to go in the third. Lumberjacks lead. Year out has it, left or right wing. Skips it over to Gustav. Gustav back to Year out. Over to Brock. Now to Speakman. Corner to Harold. Now they work back around the perimeter. Year out's going to take the deep 3. It's just off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound to Orofino. Give JJ those looks. He'll knock him down. Orofino has it left side. Good defense by St. Mary's. Naranjo has it, left wing. He's going to look to drive. Kicks it back out to Runia. Runia to the free throw line. Now to the right wing to Bonner. Bonner drives in. Shot no good. Ball tipped around. St. Mary's comes away with it. Gustav with the rebound. Gets it out to JJ. JJ gets kind of body checked by Naranjo. Stops him. Going to get out to Isaiah. Isaiah for 3. It's up and good from the left wing. JJ with another assist. Timeout taken by the Maniacs. It is a full timeout. 43-25. St. Mary's in the lead. 2.5 to go in the third quarter.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawah, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
It's been a 10-6 run for the Lumberjacks to start the second half. St. Mary's with a 43-25 lead. Orofino took a timeout. Now they'll bring it down to 4. Lumberjacks, no subs, I don't think. Oh, yeah. Well, we've got JJ out for a breather. Snyder swings over to Runia, back to Snyder. Snyder left side. Corner to Naranjo, back to the top to Runia. Lumberjacks extending their defense just out to the perimeter. That ball is taken away by Barta. Jack Barta with the steal, picks up his dribble, goes to Harold, corner left side. Looking into Speakman. Speakman goes up, can't get the shot to fall. Rebound to Orofino. Jackson Harold trying to get a steal over there, couldn't get it. Coach Jay Satan telling him to get back. Naranjo has it, left side, back up to Snyder, over to Runia, back to Naranjo, back to Runia. Orofino trying to free up a three-point shot, I think. Back over to Naranjo. Lumberjack defense doing a good job of shifting out on the perimeter. Naranjo gets a little bit of a look. Shot is no good. And we get a foul against Orofino on the rebound. Ribrick and Yearout check back in. Nick Bonner picks up his second foul of the game. Oh, and that's free throws. That's right. So Rib can't check in just yet. As Brock Barta has to take his free throws. I forgot that Orofino had 5 fouls. First free throw is good by Barta. 19-point lead. Now Ribrick checks in as he goes in for Speakman. Second free throw is no good. JJ with the rebound. And I got too many guys in. Gonna have a missed free throw by JJ. The rebound finds Rib. And another timeout taken by Orofino. 30-second timeout, 46-25. Lumberjacks up by 21 here in the third quarter. Ribrick has 11 now. You're out with 8, 7 for Isaiah, 9 for Jack Barta. I think I have time to look at the assists for JJ, but he's got to have 8 or 9 now. 1:14 to go in the third. Sloper is not in there. Three-point shot on the way by Orofino. It is short. Rebound to Yearout. Then get a bad pass, I think, by Yearout. Got to get my lineup right. Oh,
Isaiah, there we go. So bad pass by the Lumberjacks. 46-25. Orofino has it. 3-point shot on the way. It's going to rattle home. That was Runia. Second three of the evening for him. 46-28. JJ has it. 39 seconds on the clock. Lumberjacks still have a shot clock to worry about. Out to Isaiah. Orofino has scored, I think, 9 points in the third. Lumberjacks with 13. JJ gets a screen. Pull up for three. Knocks it down. Straight away. 49-28. St. Mary's stretches it out to, I think, a 21-point lead, yes. Naranjo looking into Runia. Back of her corner. 3-point shot. Rattles in by Barlow. And that's how the third quarter comes to an end. 49-31. St. Mary's with the lead. And we'll take a break. Come back with the final period.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
For all of your area high school sports schedules, updates, and recaps, including Lakeside, Kootenai, and of course, St. Mary's High School, pick up your copy of the St. Mary's Gazette Record every Wednesday. Not only will they have game recaps and highlights for area high school sports action, but local news and information. St. Mary's Gazette Record, pick up a copy today.
And we're back, getting ready to start the fourth period. It's a 16-12 advantage in the third for the Lumberjacks over Orofino. St. Mary's with a 28-point advantage now, I believe, if my math is correct. No. It is 49-31, so it's only an 18-point advantage. Year Out has it. Looking into Ribrick. Ribrick missed the alley-oop, got the putback and put it up and good. JJ almost had 9 assists right there. Orofino with the ball, turnover, steal by Sloper, who is in. Gonna move it around. Sloper has it. They're going to say Sloper traveled. Orofino will go the other way. Bring it down is Snyder. Snyder works it to the right side. Swings it back to the left to Naranjo. Naranjo to Snyder. Snyder drives left side of the blocks. Nice ball movement. Kicks it in to Nick Bonner, who cashes it in. Good ball movement by the Maniacs on that play. Going to get it down to Sloper. Sloper going to be fouled. X will go to the free throw line. Jake Runia picks up foul number 2. Landon Connolly going to check in for Orofino. First free throw is up and good by Xavier. Xavier has 6 points here on senior night. Second free throw up. That one's good as well. 53-33. It's back to a 20-point lead for St. Mary's. Bonner has it, working right side. Swings it inside, shot up. Nice ball moving again as Blake Barlow knocks one down. A nice little jumper from the blocks. Orofino battling. Down by 18. Over to Sloper. Naranjo almost with a steal there. He was playing that pretty well. Year Out has it. Orofino extending their defense way out now. Barlow is on him. Year Out spins, turns, shot, glass, that's up and good. You're out using the bank on that one. It's a 20-point advantage again, 35-55. Naranjo has it. He's going to pull up jump from about the free throw line extended. No good. Sloper with the board. Yearout brings it the other way. Gets it to Barta. Again, the Maniacs putting extra pressure now on St. Mary's out near the timeline. Back to JJ. JJ, little pump fake. Now to Sloper. Sloper for three. It's off the mark. Oh! Rib. I totally mistimed that one. JJ, though, with a steal on the other side after the Maniac turnover. 3-point shot by Barta as well off the mark. Sloper with the rebound. Sloper going to get called for that travel again down underneath. Wait. No, they're going to get a foul, actually. Connolly picks up his third. Back out to JJ. Three from the corner for JJ. It's up and good. Landon Ribrick with the assist. St. Mary stretches it to a 23-point advantage. Hudson Snyder to the corner. That is Bonner. Bonner, count the bucket and the foul by Nick. The foul was against Isaiah. Sloper comes out. Ribrick comes out. See if I can get my lineup fixed. Free throw on the way by one. No good. Bonner. Rebound to Speakman. Lumberjacks have 58-37. Gustavs brings it near side, gets it to Barta. Barta back to JJ. JJ calls for a screen. They're going to triple team JJ. Nice little move by Harold. Shot won't go. Rebound to the Maniacs. Orofino will go the other way. Barlow pulled down the board. It is Bonner, left side, out to Snyder. Snyder is going to go baseline, kicks it back in. Connolly leaves the shot short. Speakman trying to knock the rebound out of his hand, but will get called for the foul. So Orofino will have the possession. And a full timeout, it looks like, taken by Orofino. Will take the timeout as well. 58-37, St. Mary's leads.
The name says it all. Taco Bout. What is it, you may ask? It's the best taco truck in town. Might even be the only taco truck in town. If you like tacos, and who doesn't, then you need to stop by Taco Bout It, located at 128 South Highway 3 in St. Mary's, across the street from XXX Feeds. Taco Bout It has too many tacos to list, so you will just have to try them all. Call in your order 208-582-8533, or just stop by. Taco Bout It, located across the street from XXX Feeds in St. Mary's. When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjacks.
Orofino will inbound from baseline after the timeout. Naranjo to trigger it in. St. Mary's made some substitutions. Gustav is not on the floor. There's a turnover on Orofino. Lumberjacks will have the ball. Orofino going to put some pressure in the backcourt. Bring it in full court press, it looks like. JJ into Harold. Harold up to Speakman. Lumberjacks break it this time easily. Jack Barta has it. Have Barta back to JJ. JJ works left side into Speakman. Oh, that's going to be deflected by Orofino. Jack Barta will inbound now, baseline. He's going to skip it right into JJ. JJ shot rolls off the front of the rim. Rebound Orofino. Maniacs the other way. Bonner. Bad pass by Bonner. Steal by Harold. He feeds all the way down the floor to Barta. Barta misses the shot and then gets thrown to the floor pretty hard. It might have been, the foul might have been against Naranjo, and it was not intentional. As Naranjo apologizes, I guess, gives him a quick high five. Barta to the free throw line. First free throw up and good by Barta. Back to a 22-point advantage for St. Mary's. Second free throw is up. It's good. Orofino will bring it down, trailing by 23. Orofino has it right wing. Top of the key to Bonner. Three-pointer on the way by Snyder. He's going to knock it down. Right wing. Third three for Hudson. JJ has it. Right side for the Lumberjacks. Going to look into Speakman. Speakman to Harold. Harold goes up. He's fouled. Send Jackson to the free throw line. Harold, or Jackson, Speakman found Harold. Foul goes against Naranjo, his fourth. Harold to the charity stripe for the Lumberjacks. First free throw up and good by Jackson. Largest lead of the night, 24 for the Lumberjacks. Going to call a lane violation on Jackson. I think he got his foot on or over the free throw line. No second free throw for St. Mary's. Orofino brings it the other way. Barlow to Naranjo. Naranjo loses the ball. I'm not going to give that as a steal. He just misdribbled it. JJ has it. Year out, looking for somebody to get it to. Said it's over to Jack Barta. Jack to Jackson. Back to JJ. I want to see JJ get 2 more assists tonight. JJ's going to drive. Going to be fouled as he makes the move to the bucket. Spun one way, came back around. Foul is the third on Barlow, 5th on the team, and JJ Yearout goes to the free throw line. Gustav and Sloper getting ready to come in for the Jacks. Oh, first free throw's no good. Second free throw from JJ on the way. Good. 62-40. Lumberjacks up by, no, that's 22 points. Then get a deep three by Orofino. It rims out. Oh, that was a beautiful shot by Barlow. Rebound to Orofino. And I think we ended up with a jump ball. St. Mary's will get the possession. 2:42 to go. St. Mary's leads 62-40 over the Maniacs. Full backcourt pressure now by Orofino. Into JJ. JJ working right sideline, leaning into Barlow. Kicks it out to Rib. Rib for 3. It's good. JJ, you're out. That's his 9th assist of the night. Orofino going the other way. 3-pointer on the way. It's in and out. Sloper rebound. Over to JJ. JJ going to bring it across the timeline. Orofino trying to get a trap there. They're going to say deflected out of bounds by Orofino. .25 advantage for St. Mary's. Into Barta. Barta brings it across left side, working left face sideline, cross court to Sloper. They're double teaming JJ out there. Back to Year Out. Orofino going to try to trap. No, Orofino, JJ left right side, runs at baseline and puts it in. 67-40. Lumberjacks up by 27. Driving right, left side was Barlow. Trying to knock the ball out from behind is Barta. He'll get called for the foul. Jack Barta will come out, or Ribrick will come out. Brock Barta goes in. Lumberjacks about to put Little Italy in. Santiago Prinzato. Oh, he's 15, not 24. I didn't see what happened. St. Mary's has the inbound. I think we might have had a steal there or a missed shot. JJ Year Out has it. And JJ will be fouled. That's the 5th foul on Orofino. Hudson Snyder, that's only his first of the night. Now Santi will check in. I'm not sure. All of Orofino went back to their bench. I don't know. I think they thought somebody called a timeout. I don't know. Year Out going to shoot his free throws. I'm going to give Year Out an assist. First free throw, no good by JJ. Free throw is good by JJ. JJ comes out. What do we got out there? Orofino will bring the ball down. Got the young bucks in there for St. Mary's. Got a Santiago on defense. Orofino working top of the key. It's Cochran. Cochran to Johnson. Johnson for a three. It's no good. Rebound will go to St. Mary's as a team board. Reeser Pugh brings it down for the Lumberjacks. He's going to get it to Signs. Signs working right side to Santiago. Santiago take the three. He didn't want to. Going to get it to Pugh. Pugh going to have the ball stolen away from him. And Orofino still has the shot clock. I was hoping to see Santi get a three-point shot up. Three-pointer from the corner for Orofino. It's in and out. Putback was up and good. That was by Connolly. They're trying to get Santi that three, I think. Nope. He's going to take the shot. Oh, fall in. Good look by Santiago. Orofino with the rebound. They'll take it the other way and probably just about run this clock out as they back it out. Connolly takes it to the midcourt circle. St. Mary's will be your league champions. That means Lumberjacks will host the district tournament that starts next week. We'll take a break and give you a rundown of that as well as our final game statistics.
If you know which kind of saw cuts wood and if you can hammer a nail, you can do it yourself. Carpentry, construction, finishing, or framing around here, you've got it made. You've got 10th Street Lumber. At 10th Street Lumber, we have the answers to your building and repair project questions. Every day, 10th Street Lumber helps homeowners get quality results. For lumber, block, power tools, fixtures, everything you need for a professional job. Don't pick up a nail until you shop 10th Street Lumber. 10th Street Lumber on the corner of 10th and Railroad Avenue in St. Mary's. Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Fall is coming, and of course, cold weather. Now's the time to stock up on a few things. XXX Feeds has magnetic wood pellets in stock, and it's never too early to be ready for the cold weather. XXX Feeds also has alfalfa in stock as well as straw. And if you have some four-legged woodland friends that look a little hungry, XXX Feeds can keep you loaded up on deer feed and deer blocks. Don't wait until the last minute. Stop by XXX Feeds in St. Mary's today.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Idaho so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
St. Joe Oil isn't just a fuel delivery company. They provide a much larger service than most people realize. St. Joe Oil can sell you a brand new Toyo oil stove and install it for you, and also keep your oil tank full. Not only that, St. Joe Oil plays a very critical role in our local industries. From logging to farming, St. Joe Oil keeps the fuel tanks full. From heating oil to off-road diesel and everything in between, call St. Joe Oil, 208-245-2123. That's 208-245-2123. St. Joe Oil.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
Whistle Stop Coffee and More has come a long way from the little shop on Railroad Avenue. How far? Not only did they upgrade their Railroad Avenue location, they added a second location. That second location for Whistle Stop Coffee and More is on 313 St. Joe River Road. Both locations offer tasty drinks of coffee, Red Bull, or Lotus Energy, and food options, from acai bowls to cookies and delicious bagel sandwiches. Whistle Stop Coffee and More is the perfect stop for a quick bite and a drink on your way to work or school. Whistle Stop Coffee and More in St. Mary's. There's a new shop on Main Street in St. Mary's. It's a gift shop. It's a home decor shop. It's a jewelry shop. It's a shop of bare necessities. Bare Necessities Trading Company is located at 822 Main Avenue in St. Mary's and has just about anything you could think of. From rocks and minerals to specialty foods, knives, and handcrafted soaps and lotions, there really is too much to list. So stop by at Bare Necessities Trading Company today and pick up a gift, something new for your house, or a cup of coffee. That's Bare Necessities Trading Company, located at 822 Main Avenue in St. Mary's.
Bundle up for big savings at the Country Fair in St. Mary's. It's the Winter Blowout Sale. Get 50% off winter fashion, select clearance items up to 75% off, and Christmas items marked down 75%. Cold weather styles, hot deals, and limited quantities. So don't wait. Shop local and save big at the Country Fair, Main Street, St. Mary's. When it's gone, it's gone. When you gotta go, Make sure you're good to go with St. Joe Potty Huts. From construction sites to community events, weddings to weekend gatherings, St. Joe Potty Huts keeps it clean, convenient, and odor-free. Local, dependable, and fast. Your restroom solution is just a call away at 208-245-4887. For clean units, quick delivery, and service you can count on, choose St. Joe Potty Huts, serving St. Mary's and the St. Joe Valley. Call 208-245-4887 and keep your event running smoothly.
Nothing comes easy. Every day, every dollar, every decision. So your finances should work just as hard as you do. With a free Ascend checking account from P1FCU, you can earn real rewards for the work you're already doing. No gimmicks, just better banking. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. St. Mary's comes away with the big league win as they come away with the 68-42 victory over the Orofino Maniacs here on senior night. And that was a big over a 20, they had a lead of about 27 at one point in the contest. St. Mary's played very well tonight, as is visible by the stats. Orofino couldn't get going from three-point range, and St. Mary's was able to hold their scoring down. St. Mary's outscored them 19-11 in the fourth. St. Mary's shot 43% from two-point range. Orofino 39%. Orofino was 10 of 26. St. Mary's 13 of 30. Three-point range, St. Mary's 63%. They were 10 of 16, while Orofino was 7 of 25 for 28%. Overall field goal percentage, 50% for the Lumberjacks, 33% for Orofino. Free throw shooting, St. Mary's at 71%, Orofino at 33%. Rebounding fairly close, St. Mary's 31, Orofino 28. 7 offensive boards and 6 offensive boards for St. Mary's and Orofino, respectively. 24 defensive rebounds for St. Mary's. No, Orofino had 10 offensive rebounds. 24 defensive rebounds and 18 defensive rebounds for Orofino. Orofino committed 16 fouls, St. Mary's with 8 turnovers, 8 by St. Mary's, 13 by Orofino. Orofino did better off of St. Mary's turnovers. They had 8 points. St. Mary's only scored 2. And points off the bench, 9 for Orofino, 19 for the Maniacs. Individually for Orofino, they had Nick Bonner, who ended up with 12 points. 9 points off the bench for Schneider, 8 points for Runia, 7 points for Barlow, and 6 points for Landon Connolly. For the Lumberjacks, we had J.J. Year out with a triple-triple, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists on the night with 1 steal. Ribrick had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist and 2 blocked shots. Jack Barta had 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and an assist. Sloper with 7 points, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist. Brock Barta had 4 points, 2 points for Speakman, 1 point for Jackson Harold. That brings us to our Talk About It player of the game. And we're going to go with Landon Ribrick tonight. 16 points for the Lumberjacks with 2 rebounds. Had a pretty solid evening after starting a little bit slow, but a good overall end of the night for Rib. Taking a look at the district tournament. So this is how it's going to shake out now. Everything comes through St. Mary's. Lumberjacks have to be ready because they very well could face this tough Maniac team again. But St. Mary's will get to host Priest River next Monday. That's good stuff. Okay, so Monday, the Lumberjacks host Priest River. Orofino will host Kellogg. The winners will play on Wednesday, the 25th. They will play for that first state tournament spot and the district championship. The 2 losers will play from those first 2 games, with the loser being out in that contest. The winner of that contest will go around to play the loser of the championship game. So right now, St. Mary's has set themselves up pretty nicely, but there's still a lot of work to do, and there's some tough teams to play. So St. Mary's has to keep the hard work going in order to complete this return to the state tournament. Once again, St. Mary's wins it 68-42 over the Maniacs here on senior night. Have a great evening. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll see you next time.
You've been been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjacks!